Noise is unwanted sound considered unpleasant, loud, and disruptive to hearing. Like this. Noise can be produced by many sources such as vibrating loudspeaker, operating machine tool, music instrument, and so on. Decibel meter is a measuring instrument used to assess the noise or sound level by measuring sound pressure. The unit in use is dB. Sound can be detected usually from 20 decibels, and it was considered the sound of a rustling leaf. At the 40 decibel, it usually on the residential area at night, while on 60 decibel, it was sound of busy office. Highway traffic at distance 30 meter and train on 50 meter per hour at distance 25 meter is around 70 to 90 decibel. 140 was considered as pain threshold.
The issue of these topics is the excessive noise that came from the court futsal that disturb the peace of residents that live near the facilities.
Here are some footage on the location of futsal court taken from the Google Maps. Now it is time to tell you about the background of this futsal court. This futsal court is located at Gelanggang Futsal, Kubang Bemban, 22,000 at Jorteh, Terengganu. There are two categories of futsal court. The first one is indoor court. Indoor courts means it is situated in the building, whereas for the second type of futsal court, it is outdoor court. This outdoor court be purposed to be used in open air. The category of our futsal court is indoor court. It is because it has a roof on top of the building.
Okay, for the material of wall at the court futsal is use the wire net.
This wire net does not absorb the noise of the player. The floor material for this futsal court is just a cement. This also does not absorb the noise from the player when in game. The range of this futsal court from the resident house is between 10 meter to 20 meter. This can disturb the people from the resident house to do their routine.
Okay, just now you have known the problems and issues when Nawawi and friends make noisy sound when they playing futsal in the car. So there are many effects by the noise pollution. In serious case, it will involve the health problems such as the high blood pressure, hearing loss, distress, sleep disturbance, and many more. But in this case study, the noise that Nawawi and friends had made could affect the quality of residential life because of the futsal is located near with the neighboring area. In certain case, people can accept the noise according to their sensitivity and their living habits. The noise reception is influenced by several types of external factors such as the type of environment, sound frequency structure, and noise period. Type of environment. It is an acceptable level of noise are affected by the type of environment. For example, when you eat at the restaurant, it is a normal when you hear the over loud sound, the thundering sound in the restaurant. So it is an acceptable noise for us. But in this case study, the futsal is located near with the neighboring area. Yes, it is not in crowded place or closed place, but somehow the noise that Nawawi and friends make could be heard by the residential area, could be heard by the people. So it may be disturbance for them to live in peacefully.
The type of environment has already been discussed. To that end, I like to review the frequency structure of the noise as well as noise direction. For frequency structure of the noise, some frequencies are found to be more annoying or more harmful to others. But in the case study, they might be annoying than harmful. Nawawi always playing futsal in the evening and night. As we all know, workers go home in the evening and looking all day This time also are the usual time that people use to rest time, to sleep, to do assignment, to spend with their family and many more. When Nawawi and friend make noise sound, especially when they win, it is a bit annoying for that newborn to hear such as the sound. Moreover, that one who always play and conquer is Nawawi and friend, so that people might be irritated because they do not have turn to play at the court futsal and need to hear the noise sound. Lastly, direction of the noise. A short exposure to a high noise level is less likely to annoy or to damage the ear than a long exposure. Luckily, the noise that Nawawi made is not a longer exposure at the play in the futsal not every hour and every day. That's all for me.
Indoor futsal court generate a lot of impact and echo sound, and if the reverberation of the room is out of control, futsal court sound can be really loud. It can bother neighbors and players alike. So, this is the solution. The first solution is to install mesh-loaded vinyl or acoustic mat. Consider rolling out mesh-loaded vinyl between hardwood floor and subfloor. This will reduce the amount of vibrations transmitted through the floor, providing a notable decrease in the amount of impact noise traveling through the floor. If not, we can install acoustic floor mat directly on the top of existing floor for a good level of noise reduction. In fact, we can use these same mats on the wall as well. Next, treat wall with acoustic panel. A great way to keep noise from escaping your indoor court is to minimize the amount of sound it generates. Hanging acoustic panel on the wall keeps reverberation down by absorbing sound wave at the wall. You can also treat ceiling with acoustic ceiling cloud. Those high ceiling in the court aren't doing us any favors. A great way to deal with them is to install acoustic ceiling clouds. Placing a buffer below it stops it from contributing to uncontrolled reverberation.
Tidak menunggu lama untuk menggembirakan rakyat Malaysia yang berada di Stadium Panasonic. Sekarang ini keluar.
If the court is over 100 yards from the nearest neighborhood, it will won't bothering anyone too much. But as the space is decreased, the need for noise reduction measure increase pretty quickly. So you could play with a practice ball, which is a quieter than a regular ball. But it is always a realistic solution for competitive playing. Here are a few noise solutions to consider. Okay, there's 3 steps. First, you need to install a fence. A solid fence construct of different material like a stone or brick will prevent a good deal of the vehicle's ball noise from escaping the court. Remember that the thicker the walls, the better. And then second, direct gameplay away from the neighbors. If possible, each of the court could face away from the neighbor structure due to the way we play and the way sound wave of the bounce of pickleballs pedals. More noise will come off the end of the court and the side. So entering the court through the empty fields will directly block off the sound to the area that less bothersome to neighbor. Lastly, landscape your properties. Aside from creating a beautiful landscape in the backyard, landscaping can also help to mitigate sounds to some extent. The distance object we can place between your court and neighboring properties, the less sound will reach these properties.
As a conclusion, excessive noise can affect on health and bring stress to the people that live around the futsal court. Excessive noise also can bring effect by hearing loss due to noise, high blood pressure and heart disease. From this topic of noise control, it has opened our mind about the negative effects of noise to the other people when it's not being controlled and not under supervision. In order to control the noise, the owner of futsal court can take action such as treat wall with acoustic panel, treat ceiling with acoustic ceiling clouds, and the last one is install mesh-loaded vinyl or acoustic mats. Lastly, in future, local authority maybe can take some action or some regulation for the design of building during the submission of plan for the construction approval. In order to control the noise when the building be placed near the resident area. So that's all from us. Hope you get some knowledge from our video presentation about noise control. Thank you and have a nice day. Assalamualaikum.